I mean, I'm gonna just memorize this deck. Just give me about like a minute, minute and a half or something. Seven of spades, 5 of clubs, 5 of hearts, 4 of diamonds, 3 of spades, 9 of spades. I've pretty much given up. That same feeling in 2011, and Phil just said it was over the hill, which it wasn't, but theoretically it was. So I just kept going. I don't know how I did that. I don't even know if I can keep going, but if anything, I'm happy with that. I'm gonna put these 2 on the side for now. I'll come back to them. Queen of spades, king of spades, king of clubs. The first time I went for Everest, you know, I just trained a lot in the gym. At least I thought I trained a lot. Then, after not making the top, I realized just how mental it is. So this time around, I upped my fitness tenfold. I really pushed myself mentally in those workouts to exhaustion every time. Really tough workouts. And it wasn't even enough this time, but I feel in the future, I'll get my summit, and I know that it's all about this mental aspect.
I can't do it. It's so tiring, I can't do it. I said, well, can you lift your foot one more time? And if they're able to lift their foot one more time, then I can get them one more step higher.
I can't do it. Yes, you can. You know, just one step. Just focus on this next step. Go to that rock over there, and that's how you get up this thing.
Could you read for me? Just want your soundbite. There's 2 quotes you sent me. Do you have it memorized? If you have it memorized, that's awesome.
No.
Oh. Picture Mount Everest when you read this.
I used to be a big time memorizer at one point in my life. Like, I was known for memorizing.
Are you saying you can challenge Nelson Dellis?
No.
Okay.
This was when I was in school, not now. I don't like memorizing. Things that a machine can do, I should not be doing. No, I understand Nelson's angle to the entire thing, where his idea is to keep the brain active because that's going to help delay the onset of Alzheimer's disease. But other than that, I don't want to remember like 15 phone numbers when my phone can do that.
Kuntal and I first got connected. He reached out to me. I had been climbing for a couple of years and was gearing up to do my first Everest climb in 2011. And he had a connection with my story, which had to do with my grandmother who had Alzheimer's disease and passed away from it. He was also an avid traveler / climber and had aspirations of climbing Everest as well. And he seems very passionate about my charity and my mission, Climb for Memory. And I would love for us to kind of merge, hopefully in the near future, to kind of expand on that.
Okay, I'm going to be serious now. If you're not living life on the edge, you are taking too much space. It is in the wild places, in the damp, clean air of an ancient forest, on a snowy summit at the top of the world, that I enter my own personal cathedral and know where I fit in the vastness of creation. A day at the base camp at Peak Freaks campsite. This is where all the Sherpas' tents are. A solar cooker. This is the dining tent. This is Palden Sherpa, one of the strongest Sherpas on Peak Freaks team. This is the famous Tim Rappel, the Himalaya.
Thanks, Kuntal. Just about as famous as you. Welcome to Everest Base Camp, Peak Freaks locale.
Look at this guy and his 6-pack, 8-pack abs. So Torkal, how are you feeling today?
Excellent.
Excellent.
Very good. Good night's sleep. How do you feel, Kuntal?
I'm doing good.
Yeah?
Yeah?
Even though we don't know each other before the trip, we all share the same passion
to go look at the mountains and climb the mountains, so it's easy to find someone to talk to. You see each other every day and you see each other the whole day. It sort of becomes your family for these 8-9 weeks we're gonna have now.
Hamma hamma hamma, ek ho gaye hum aur tum, to ud gaye neende re, aur chal ki payal masti mein.
You know, you're 2 months on a mountain, so a lot of times I'll talk with people that have, you know, climbing background, but I say, well, what's your experience of sleeping in tents for an extended time frame? Because it's a whole different ballgame when you're spending that much time in a tent, day after day after day after day of, you know, base camp life and on the mountain life, and it just gets to the point where they're just burnt out.
We don't need no education. Dun, 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 dun. We don't need no thoughts control. Dun, 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 dun. Hey, teacher, leave them kids alone.
What is going on in Kuntal's head right now? I would think he's nervous, as most climbers are when they come to Mount Everest, because you hear a lot of stories about, you know, the number of deaths on Mount Everest. You know, to give you some light, last year there were 11 people died. The year before, 9 people died. The year before that, I think 12 people died. So I mean, Everest kills. So a lot of these people coming to climb Mount Everest, I'm sure that's a big concern in their heads that, am I going to come home after this trip? I've been playing at this game for a long time and I've lost a lot of friends here. You play at a high risk level for so long, eventually it might catch up to me.
On April 18th, the worst tragedy in the history of the summiting of Everest occurred, which was an avalanche that killed, well, at least 13 that we know of, possibly more. The expedition leader of Kuntal's mission, Tim Ripple, decided to cancel the climb. And that was the right call.
Tim Ripple and Peak Freaks aside, there's a relentlessness about Kuntal. Care to comment a little bit? We know he might go from the north side, and
he is relentless. He wants to climb, and he's prepared to take risk to climb right now. And I am concerned about that because I think sometimes your drive can override your logic. And right now, he needs to be thinking about his survival. This is life and death. This isn't, you know, I get to come back from this if I make a mistake.
The things I would tell him are, just be smart. It's not the end of the world if he doesn't summit. And there's a lot of people I've met who have made bad decisions on the mountain and paid the price. I just would wish that he would think in the same way that I learned, that this is more of a journey.
And Ravindra Jadeja at 10 Bridge revealed their urge to dominate the series.
As much as I feel that summit is important, I feel the journey to the summit is more important. The sort of countries you visit, the new friends you make, the hospitality from the Sherpa people, support of the family members, what they are going through when I am climbing. All of this, I think this entire journey leading up to the summit is where you transform yourself. In the end, the idea is to become a better human being more than anything else.
We call our dad the Iron Man. If he holds someone's hand, he crushes it. You're the Iron Man, right, Ajit bhai?
This is 6 of clubs, yeah. I want to say that this one is it a 2 of hearts? Yeah. And then this last one, oh, King of Hearts, yeah? Okay.
serious? Oh my.